Alright, working on a little Maytag here, 1937, no, 39, I don't know, the Maytag Twin. Anyway, I cleaned it up while you guys weren't looking, and it came out pretty good. And I didn't take the paint off of this one yet because I want to show you something pretty interesting. Maytag made these engines, and I think they painted them 3 different colors. They painted them green, black, and wrinkle finish. And this one was a wrinkle finish. You know, you can see how sort of messed up it is. You know, but that's the way it was. Supposed to be wrinkly and stuff. And of all of them, I think this was like the later years. You know, I guess it can't be later years, right? It was a 37 or 39, whatever the hell we called it. So so much for that. Edit that out. But anyway, it was a wrinkle finish. I think you know what it is? I think maybe they only made a wrinkle finish 1 year. I know there was something odd or rare about it, but I don't remember. So write that down. Put that in your notebooks. All right, you have everything else cleaned up nice. You know, I call this a mixing tube. This had a little corrosion on it right here on the sides, but nothing that's going to keep it from running. And this cleaned up nice. And even this. The exhaust. But I found another reason why this wasn't running right. And it's funny because when I first had a problem, I called Mike. The first thing he said, was, "Is the governor working?" And I never checked it. And sure enough, the governor is bent. So it was actually jammed in here. It goes in this little hole, and it's supposed to slide up and down. But it was jammed so bad that we had to hit it out from the back side, you know, with a punch. Because I don't know how well you guys will see this. I'll put it down here, but you can see it right there. It's bent, so I got to try and bend that so it slips in and out of there effortlessly. And whoever put it in there, I don't know how you would you bend something like that. But when they put it in, you know, they twisted it. They twisted the end. Let me see it. But here you go. Yeah, the spring goes in the little cotter pin here, and then you adjust the governor from that way there. And I guess they put it in there and they kept twisting it, and with this being jammed in there, they kept twisting that spring in, and the spring is into like a ball right now. So I gotta try and save this, because you can get this piece, but it's like $35. And if I could save that, you know, it would be worth it. So, all right. Also, yeah, let me get these out of the way before we discuss that. But let me get my bag. I got a bag of parts here that came in the mail. There you go. Alright, got us a reproduction gas cap. It's pretty nice. Made out of aluminum, you know, so it's going to shine a little bit. But you know, this engine is going to look a little blingy when it's all done. So whoever made that did a nice job with that. Beautiful. Even went down to the little knurling on the edges here. And then we got should open these before I got on camera. Okay, I don't want to damage them. I don't want them falling off the side. Yeah, these are bearings, bushings. I call them bushings for now. One of them has grooves on the inside for oil, and a little radius here. And then the other one is, you know, just flat and straight in the middle. You have to drill a hole in it once you get it in there. You know, on the original it has a little cut in the side here, and I don't know why. Here you go. See that? I'll have to run that past Mike, see if we're going to have to put that in there or not. They don't. Maytag doesn't do that. Put that stuff like that in there for no reason. So I'll run it past my mechanic. But oh yeah, and the rings. Got a set of rings here for you. Look how tiny they are. So we're all set to go. So let me throw you up on a tripod and show you what I want to do first. I want to address this broken piece on the head, or a cylinder wall. It's a combination. Let's call it a jug. I want to do something with this, and I'll tell you what we're going to do with it first. All right, I parked you guys over my shoulder. You might get a better view of everything. You might not hear me as well because I'm talking away from the microphone, but you know, sometimes you got to sacrifice some things. But before I start, let me show you this. This is a tool Mike made. It was for pushing bearings in and out. You know, it fits right inside the bearing there, and it's a nice fit, and it's not as wide as the bearing. I keep calling them bearings. I don't know if they're bushings or bearings. I don't know what people prefer, but you know what I mean. And you can push them in, push the old ones out, push the new ones in with an arbor, or you can even tap them in with a hammer. You know, they're not held in that well, so going to get a lot of use out of that. Yeah, he did a Maytag 92 for me years and years ago. All right, let's get to the job, the task at hand. You know, before we do that, I want to show you something else. Yeah, really? Okay. I was looking at these two heads, or jugs, wherever they are, and check the base. You see the base here? You see how nice and thick this one is? Right? These are the same part number and everything. And this base on this side is twice as thick. It's crazy, you know? Especially over here, wow. Yeah, it goes to show you know, when they made these things, you know, man, they just cast them and plastered them, put together, and didn't worry about nothing. You know, just wanted an engine to work, and that's the way it was. All right, what I'm going to do is I have some silicone here, and I want to spray it on a bolt. And these, when they put these heads on it, and the exhaust pipe, the muffler goes on, or the exhaust pipe goes on, it was only grabbed by maybe about 2 or 3 threads tops. So I'm going to use longer bolts, not this size, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put silicone on a bolt, drive it all the way in there, and then get some epoxy. I'm going to put this fast set steel putty epoxy on there, and it's only going to be cosmetic because the threads, like I say, if I use longer bolts, it'll work. It'll go deep in there. But by using the epoxy, I'll know how it reacts to heat, because this gets pretty warm here, and I'll know for other jobs how good that epoxy is for that. It's supposed to be pretty good. So we're going to have to prep that. But let me show you what goes on with this exhaust pipe. Here are the original bolts, right? They're screws. They're Philister head screws, and they're only 5/8, I think. 5/8 long. And this exhaust pipe is 1 2/4 inch. Let's see. Got to read the right end of the ruler here. Yeah, actually it's more than a quarter inch. Anyway, here's the bolt. You take a 5/8 bolt and you put it through here, and is the gasket. The gasket I'm using is actually going to be twice as thick as the original. Here's an original one. This one didn't have any on there, but here's the original one, and here's the one right here. It's twice as thick. So by the time you put that screw in there and put a gasket on there, you're lucky if you have 3 threads. It sticks out 3/16. So they couldn't have had a lock washer on there, because you put a lock washer on there, put a lock washer on there, and then a gasket. You got maybe about 1.5, 2 threads, and this is what belongs there. That's an original Maytag screw. So I don't have any Philister screws that long, but I do have Allen screw, a cap head screw, and they're 1 inch, and it's going to be on the bottom of the engine. And if you look closely, you can tell they're different. But if you look from far away, you can't tell, and you're never going to see Allen head because it'll be facing down. So So I'm gonna use Allen head screws. That means I'll be able to use a lock washer, and then you put that in there, and put that on there, and you're gonna have half-inch of threads to go into the motor. So that's what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking. So this is only going to be a cosmetic repair. Like I say, I'm going to be using these, and they're going to go well in there. So let's get down to business. First thing I'm going to do is I got to rough this up so that the epoxy sticks to it, and then we'll take a bolt, put some silicone on it, and wipe it off real good, and put it in there, and then the epoxy shouldn't stick to that. So let's rough up this casting here. Still there? Alright. I'm going to use this little pencil grinder here. We'll grind all around here so it has something to adhere to. Yeah, these are good to have. This Chicago pneumatic pencil grinder. CP 9104Q. 60,000 RPMs. Yeah, they're good to have. I'll put a link in the description, guys, if you want to see one. I think they're about $100, maybe 110 by now. Man, you know what? Probably under $100 because I seen them on sale and stuff for under 90. All right, let me put my hearing protection on. You need hearing protection. That's a high pitch squeal, so put your hearing protection on if you got headphones on. All right, and glasses. You need glasses. Let me finish this up and I'll turn you back on. The compressor will probably kick on soon anyway. I'm going to put the silicone on this bolt here. And let me get these out of the way. You don't want silicone near anything. Any kind of paint, any kind of epoxy. Look at that, they're about 6 foot away now. Because you never get that stuff off. Even these gloves, once I get done using that, I'm going to just take these gloves off and throw them away. So all I'm going to do is put a little silicone on there. That's plenty. And then wipe it off. And hopefully that'll keep the epoxy from sticking and it'll actually make a set of threads. I'm curious to see how this stuff works. Alright, let me get rid of these gloves. Alright, we got our epoxy here. Like I said before, I'm using this Loctite stuff. This is given to us by our buddy Rob. Not the train guy Rob, this is another Rob. RDG 2124 he goes by. Alright, where's that? Let's get our head. Alright, stick our bolt in there. Send them threads all the way in. And let's get some epoxy here and try it out. Dig down, get some good stuff. Yeah, this is fast setting. This takes, this will set up in 15 minutes. And then harden up overnight. That's a little more 50-50 there. That looks pretty close there. Alright, let's mix it up. Gotta make sure you mix your stuff up good or it's it'll fail on you. Oh, I'm gonna try to stay in camera for you. You guys could skip through this. Alright, that looks pretty good. You in frame here? Alright, let's give it a try. I want to mash down onto them threads there. That's pretty good. Right now we're just trying to make it a little pretty so we don't have much to shape. Put a little more on the other side here. I actually want to mount it on top. Okay. I like that. I'll wipe my tool off here. Get this out of the way and get some water. And I'm going to shake that a little bit before it hardens up. Alright, you guys keep your eye on that. I'm right back here. I'm over here. It's like watching paint dry. Watching epoxy harden. Rudkin keeps water around the garage here just in case he needs it. You guys have seen me do epoxy work before, you know that you can actually shape this stuff with a wet finger. Where you at? Sometimes it's easier once it gets a little tacky. Okay, there you go. It's just get the excess water off with a rag. Alright, I'm going to shut you guys down and then I might touch that up a little bit more once it sets up a little. Alright, we'll give you a look at it when it's done. Alright, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's kind of smooth. I mean, it is going to be sitting like this, you're not going to see anything, but like I say, it's all going to be cosmetic. So it's started to harden up. So I'm going to we'll let that sit overnight, and then I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it's the next day, and it's had plenty of time to harden up. I did take a file and take as much excess off as I could, you know, from around that bolt. Give us our best chance. So this, we're going to try it with you. So if it's going to fail, we'll fail together. Oh, wow. Effortlessly. Look, I can take it out with my fingers. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, it surprised me. It really did. I thought for sure it would be a little tougher. Alright, so we got nice threads in there now. Now we'll just see if it holds up, you know. Like I say, I mean, there isn't any going to be pressure on it because we're going to have a longer bolt, but it's going to be on the bottom. You're not going to see it, so I'm happy with that. Alright, let's hope it holds up. I don't know exactly how hot these things get, but can't get that hot. It's only about 1.5 inches, maybe 1.25 inches piston. Alright, let's hone these out, and then we'll get ready to install, put everything back together. Put the bearings in anyway. Alright, we got a few minutes left here, so how about we hone a couple of these out here. Put a little diaper down so I don't get oil all over my table. Alright. These cylinder walls are actually in excellent condition. So I'm not going to do much honing, just enough to get the glaze off. Lube these babies up a little bit. Got our we're drilling in low gear, and let's see what we can do here. All right. That's what that looks like. Get a flashlight for you there. That actually looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, I just wanted to get the glaze off. I don't want to take any material off. Alright, let's do the other one, right? While you guys are here. Let's see how that is. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, I think it'll be enough for this video. What do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, enough of this. We'll see you in the next one.